Experimentation. I think it's all about experimentation. I knew for sure as I was graduating college that I couldn't sit at a desk and do something prescribed all day long. Guess what? I ended up spending a lot of time behind a desk. But I had to figure out what was it about that I can't sit behind a desk that was so unappealing. And of course, it wasn't the act of sitting at a desk. It was all the implications of what I thought that meant. So in my first profession, I barely even owned a desk because I was a theater actor. And so always on the move, right? It was so active. But I did have to learn to sit at a desk when I started treating my acting career as a business and not like some kind of random lucky thing that could happen to me. But that was the beginning of understanding how to set goals, mail out pictures and resumes. I mean, nobody does that anymore, but the idea of putting oneself out there in an organized way. So it was experimentation. And I kind of started as an artist because I thought artists really understood the world. And then I realized that wasn't really true. And I also wasn't the sweet spot for my qualities and skills and natural abilities. In the end, I had some pieces, but not all of them. And then I thought, okay, the business people have it all figured out. And that felt kind of true for a while. And when I became one, and then it was like, maybe not. And then I went and got a master's in science because I thought the scientists, they know what they're doing and they know what's going on. And guess what I learned? Not so. Finally, I got to nobody knows anything. It's pretty much all made up. A concept I learned from Ben Zander, who wrote the book, The Art of Possibility. It rocked my world. And his whole thing is, it's all made up. So the extent to which you can make it up is the extent to which you're going to have the life you really want. And I think it's true. And it might sound overly simplistic, and it is simple, not easy, because it takes a lot of experimentation. It's been a long road. And I think the key, the kind of moral of that is that there's no one right way for anyone. There are chapters. And one chapter doesn't necessarily need to be connected to the next. It doesn't all need to make sense because we can make sense of all of it in retrospect.